And as all of India wonders where Mehul Choksi has gone and what's happening in Antigua, we have his lawyer, Mr. Vijay Agarwal, senior advocate. Mr. Agarwal, good afternoon. And thank you for speaking to Republic TV. First of all, Mr. Agarwal, you're Mehul Choksi's lawyer. Have you been in touch with the family? What do we know about his whereabouts?
See, I've been in touch with the family. Family is under shock and is worried. Mr. Mehul Choksi was last spotted after the police complaint, but he did not return in the night home, so a police complaint was lodged, and the police has very aggressively launched search for him. Antiguan local police is involved as well as CID is involved. They have given a press release also. And we are not, family has not been able to find out, police has not been able to find out, there's been no contact with them. Police has found out from the CCTV footage his last whereabouts at 5:15 p.m. and after that there's been no contact with him.
Mr. Agarwal, have you been in touch with the Antiguan government, the police in Antigua that is looking for him? What do we know about his whereabouts? Of course, you mentioned that he was last spotted at around 5 p.m. on Sunday. Now, tell us a little bit about what happened before. Where was he before that? When did he leave home? What are the facts that are available in the public domain, and what does the family know so far?
See, because this all has been discovered in the last night, all information I have is this. I'm personally not in touch with the Antigua police. It is the family that I'm in touch with. And because now there is a time gap, it is night out there. So any updates I'll get in the evening only. And Mr. Mehul Choksi, otherwise in Antigua, was at no risk at all, no legal risk at all, because for him, we had taken stay in even on the processing of the extradition request sent or to be sent by Indian government by challenging the vires of the Antiguan Extradition Act as well as Citizenship Act. So legally he had no issues staying in Antigua. So that is why even Antigua police and CID is also surprised. And I am told by the family that they are making best possible effort to find out Mr. Mehul Choksi, and that's all the information that I have. And because the family is in this position at this moment, so it was not right on my part to be too much inquisitive about it.
That's correct, but I'm just quoting some of the media reports this afternoon. Mr. Choksi, Mr. Agarwal, as far as Mr. Choksi is concerned, now what the local media is reporting, and I want your response to it because you're the lawyer for Mehul Choksi. Now it says, these media reports suggest that he could be in Cuba. In fact, some reports suggesting, and they've quoted some of his friends. So do you want to respond to these reports?
My instructions are that these reports are false. I also saw it on a website, but when I accessed it again, they had removed this news. My instructions are that these reports are false. There is no way that he could have left the country. And otherwise, the police would have been able to trace it, and they would have given some official statement about it.
Okay. Now, as we speak, there is a breaking news update that I have, Mr. Agarwal, and I just want to, get you in and just pick your mind on it. Now, we are told that the CBI is contacting the Embassy of Antigua in India to seek confirmation about the news of Mr. Choksi is missing and other details regarding the matter. And we are also being told that the Royal Police Force of the Caribbean island nation has said in a very detailed statement that they are in touch with authorities in India and also with the government there. Formal and informal channels, including the Interpol, have issued a red corner notice against him on a request from the agency. This is a breaking news update. Would you want to respond to that?
So I'll be, yes, I'll be very happy that if there is some support from the Indian government also, the man must be traced. We are all worried for him. After all, he's my client, he has a family, though he may have some cases in India. And let me also correct that some channels, including yours, are calling him fugitive. He has not been declared fugitive. On his fugitive proceedings, I have obtained a stay from the Honorable High Court of Mumbai. There is a stay operating in Mr. Mehul Choksi's favor. His fugitive proceedings are still pending. He is not fugitive in India.
Right. Okay, now there are more and more reports coming in, and you mentioned one report that you read and it's been taken down. In fact, there's another report that's coming from the Associate Times and WIC News in the Caribbean islands. And more and more reports seem to be suggesting that there is a possibility, high possibility, though we will have to wait. You said it is late night. We tried, in fact, reaching out to the ministers there in Antigua and Barbuda, and it is very late there. Now, there is news of
Yes.
him possibly moving to Cuba, and they're also naming a close aide, Govin. Would you be aware of his close aide or any of them who may be, aware of such developments?
Yeah, I spoke to the family about it, and my instructions are that that person has not given any statement. And I guess, though I'm not sure, that I think it was WIC only on whose website I saw it earlier, and it seems to have been removed. So all these are unnecessary speculations. The police, if had it been something like that, it would have come in the press release of the Antiguan and CID police press release. That release can be accessed. And they are searching for him. They have last traced through CCTV footage his last whereabouts at 5:15 p.m. After that, nobody knows. So the efforts are on, and you are right, because of this time gap. So we'll know any development in Antigua at Indian evening time only.
One last question, Mr. Agarwal, before I let you go. Does your client have a safe house in Cuba?
No, not at all. Not to my knowledge. Not at all.
Okay, we'll leave it at this for now, Mr. Agarwal. Thank you for speaking to the
And
Republic.
moreover,
Go ahead. Complete your point.
What I wanted to say that because of the RCN issued by the Indian government, he cannot travel. So there is no way that he could have traveled, and if he would have traveled to any other country, Antiguan police would have been able to find out.
Okay, let's wait and watch what happens. Mr. Agarwal, thank you for speaking to Republic TV.